Hello everyone, this is AmberAnkNA here. Welcome to my channel. Well, I play a variety of games and do narrations for fanfics. I'm really hoping you enjoy my content. If you do, make sure to comment below, leave a like, and subscribe with the notifications on. Right, so next time, this is AmberAnkNA. Welcome to my channel. So, hi. Shadows. A Life is Strange Story. Chapter 9. Cousin all of me. Loves all of you. Love your curds. And all your edges. All your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me. I give my all of you. You're my end and you're my beginning. All of me. John Legend. Max remembered going to sleep. She remembered struggling next to Simone in the bed they shared. So when she awoke and realized she was not there, she was startled. As her vision cleared and she gained full control of her senses, she realized she was in a giant auditorium. Clearly it was a graduation, but she had no clue as to why she was there. She could not remember the last time she had such a vivid dream. It had been years since she had one so clear and so real, or she thought. Max froze. No! Oh, please, no! She said to look out upon the audience. Yes, it had been years, and also was realizing why it felt that way. Her last dream like this was her nightmare in Ireland. When she saw the storm, it was whisked to New York and saw the graves of Rachel and Chloe and herself in Acacia Bay. No! No! F this! Max uttered to nobody really, as no one could hear her or see her. This was typical of these dreams. No, not dreams, she corrected herself. Visions! Not so when or where it was. Max looked ground for any clue. She finally saw a poster on the wall announcing that this was now the present. June 2017. NYU graduation. Rachel, Max whispered. Immediately she started to scan the audience. She looked around as much as possible, but it was difficult to see the faces of people. The arena was huge, and there were lots of people. She knew Chloe would be there somewhere. Unlike Rachel's graduation from Blackwell, there were so many people in the audience. Trying to find Chloe would be difficult, if not impossible. Lost in thought, Max did not notice that the graduates began to march in. She was mesmerized by the sea of people that continued to grow. Max stopped for a minute to take in the moment. Just like with her high school graduation, this was a moment that she was able to give Rachel. Rachel would have never known her graduation or had all the years leading up to it. Max was the reason Rachel was alive, and the thought comforted Max. Rachel had her life back, and Max hoped it was a good one. Max continued to scan the audience and look for Chloe. Just as she was about to give up, she noticed some commotion and turned around. In a section over, and several rows below her, sat a young brunette. She was obviously excited about something. Max watched as the girl brought her hands to her mouth and cupped them and yelled, "For Max!" Chloe? Max thought, No wonder I did not recognize you. No more blue hair. It's been so long since Max has seen Chloe with her natural hair color. Max walked towards the floor and saw Rachel, in line with the other graduates, turn around and give Chloe a bow. It was then that Max saw Rachel's cap. It appeared that Rachel had decorated it with glitter paint. Max could make out a doe, a butterfly, and a small bossy thing that was most likely meant to be a camera. And in the center, Rachel had written the words, "For Mass." Obviously, this is what Chloe saw when she yelled for Rachel. Max couldn't help but smile. For Rachel to think of her on this day meant so much to her. For a moment, she forgot about her dreams and visions and just enjoyed the moment. It wasn't long before Rachel's name was called and she walked across the stage to receive her Bachelor of Fine Arts in Theater. At the sound of her name, she saw Chloe jump to her feet and appalled. Even though they were told to hold all applause, Max chuckled. Chloe's will always be Chloe, she said to herself, shaking her head. Such a rebel. And Max gazed back towards the stage. Her world grew cloudy and began to spin, and she was twisted through time and space. As she regained her senses, she realized she was in a small fenced-in yard. The house was a small 2-story brick that had some classic charm to it. Max could tell it was old, but had been recently updated. In the backyard was a small brick patio on which sat a long table and sails lit up to the back of the house. Not knowing whose house this was, Max felt a little uncomfortable. I hope I am not trespassing. She thought for a second before laughing. I'm a ghost. What are they going to do to me? Call the Ghostbusters? She said aloud. She may have laughed a little too hard at her own joke. She was walking around the backyard as she heard some noise from the front of the house. Max always liked to stoop and enjoyed any chance to do so. She peeked around the corner and looked into the window. Great, Max, she said to herself. You have graduated from trespassing to peeping Tom. Especially the thought, she watched as the front door opened and in walked Chloe and Rachel. Oh shit, Max said as she realized this was their house. She walked as Chloe and Rachel chatted for a moment. Rachel soon to lean in and give Chloe a kiss on the cheek and bounded up the stairs. Chloe sat alone on the couch for a moment, and Max could see she was talking to herself. She got up and walked to the kitchen and opened one of the top cabinets. She proceeded to remove a covered plastic, closed the cabinet, and turned and headed outside towards Max. Instead, Max tried to hide and cower behind a bush, but realized she did not need to. She knew Chloe could not see her. She watched intently as Chloe spread a white lace tablecloth on the small table and set 2 bills on it. She reached into the basket and removed a smaller bill, too. She could see Chloe pause and hold it for a moment, and then give her a hug. Chloe then got up and walked over to a small sofa on the fence and placed the bill. It was then that Max got a good look at it. If I was a bill, that is what I would look like, Max said, amazed. And she was white. The bill was a small brown bill, complete with a t-shirt and jean, hipster bag, and a small camera in its paws. Max was overwhelmed with emotion, but more curious about what Chloe was up to. Chloe put her back to Mass, so Mass could not see what she was doing, but obviously she was messing with the bells on the table. Mass knew Chloe well enough to know she was nervous as hell. Moments later, Mass heard Weasel calling for Chloe. "I am out here, Weasel," came Chloe's reply. Mass watched as Weasel opened the door and came into the backyard. Immediately, she saw Weasel gasp. Weasel brought her hand to her face, and Mass saw tears form in her eyes. Mass was frozen. Time, space, movement, it all stopped. It was then she realized what she was watching, and she heard as Chloe began to speak. "Weasel," Chloe began, "these last few years has been amazing. I have seen you grow and achieve your dreams. And somehow, for some reason, your universe has chosen me to be along for the ride. But now I am telling the universe that I want to be along for the ride forever. If you have me, I love you, Weasel Amber. From you saving my ass at firework to skipping school together, to our first kiss under a street light below an ice-filled sky. I love you. I've always loved you. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you." Mass was overcome. She did not know if girls could cry, but she was pretty sure she could. She never thought she would witness such a beautiful moment. She was so happy for Chloe and Weasel. But deep inside of her, she also felt a sadness. She loved Chloe, and in her timeline, a bit for a brief time, so was Chloe's love, and Chloe's something a bit other. Part of Mass wanted and would always want Chloe as more than a friend, but she knew it was not meant to be, and she could not blame Chloe for moving on with her life and preparing to start a new life with Weasel. But a part of her heart and her soul, hurt. The light around her gave way to darkness as she heard Weasel say, "Chloe Bryce! Yes! Of course I will marry you!" Mass awoke halfway around the world. Next to her, Simone was propped up on one elbow looking at Mass. "Mass, are you okay?" she asked. "You were literally crying in your sleep." Mass turned to Simone. "Yes, I'm fine. It was a rough dream. A happy dream, but really emotional." Simone was smiled at her and reached some hair that had fallen onto Mass's face. "Tell me about it," Simone said. Mass shared everything with Simone, and while they had no secrets between them, it always made Mass uncomfortable to tell Simone about Chloe. She knew Simone understood, but it's still awkward to tell your girlfriend about your former girlfriend, your first love. Mass proceeded to tell Simone about the dream and everything she saw. She cried as she reiterated the events of the proposal. Simone, as she always did, sat there next to Mass and held her. Simone's comforting embrace and support gave Mass all the strength she needed. Mass always felt comfortable at the feel of Simone's trust. "What do you think it means?" Simone asked. "I am not sure, but it's the first vision or dream I have had in ages since, before you came into my life. It has been years," Mass replied. "I think it means that fate and destiny are still toying with me. And there is more to the story, but only time will tell." Mass grinned. "Pun intended. I guess they are engaged now. Who knows if I will have another vision or a dream, but I assume a wedding will follow soon. Neither Weasel and Chloe would want a long engagement. Shall we go? I mean, should we go to the wedding? We can go together, or you can go alone. It's whatever is best for you, Max, Simone asked nervously. Max looked at her friend and lover of these last few years. The relationship had grown exponentially since they moved in together. They were deeply and madly in love. Max reached up and kissed Simone's cheek. And that is why I love you so much, Max responded. You're always here to support me and love me. Simone held her gaze and said, I love you more than anything. She leaned in and kissed Max deeply, a kiss that needed no description. Simone looked down. Max, I know this isn't the best time. It may be the worst time, actually. But what about us? Max got a puzzled look on her face. What do you mean? She replied. Simone took a deep breath and let it out. We have been together 1,024 days, 12 hours and 36 minutes, give or take a few minutes. I even am beyond happy, and I think you are happy too. So what about, the future of us, for us? Oh, wow, isn't that what I expected? Matt said with her caught off guard. So you counted? Huh. Someone chuckled. Nope. You know I suck at math, but it sure does sound good. Simone, I love you, and I love being with you. There's nobody I would rather be with in the way I am with you. But I have not thought that far ahead. I mean, yes, I thought about us being together forever. I want more than anything. I want that more than anything. She grabbed Simone's hands and brought them to her heart. But I'm not ready yet. I am still damaged goods. I am cursed. My life is unknown even to me. You deserve more than a broken Max Caulfield. Simone looked at Max. No, Max. I do not deserve someone half as wonderful as you. I am broken in my own ways. I have nothing to give, nothing to offer you except my love. And you deserve so much more. I am not worthy to love you, much less be loved by you. I know we cannot see the future, we cannot know what is to come, but I want to experience that with you. I want nothing more than to come home to you every night. I want to give you the best the world has to offer. I want to make love on a sunny, sandy beach, watching the sunset over the Mediterranean, and hold you while stroking campaign and a sunset in the Alps. You inspire me. You make me more than I am. I know you are assailed, terrified even, terrified of what might happen, what consequences may happen. But I do not care, Max. One day of happiness with you is worth more than anything in this world. I do not care about what tomorrow brings, because I care about right now, right here, you and I together. That is what I want. When I think of my future, the only thing that sells me is that you are not in it. Max was in tears. Never has someone spoken so truthfully to her. Max could not believe she was about to say what came to mind, but she thought back to Chloe, her previous timeline, leaving Chloe behind. She knew deep down she made the right decision. She knew that It was for Chloe to be safe, but it still hurt. For years, she wanted nothing more than to have someone by her side to experience life with. But she made the decision to leave, to cut out everyone from her life. She didn't ask Chloe what she wanted. She didn't give Chloe a chance to argue or protest. She would not do that again. She would fight. Fate, destiny, time, storms, she wouldn't fight it at all. Chloe may be her soulmate and partner in time, but she could not leave Simone. She was tired of being lonely, tired of bending the knee up to fate and destiny. Yes, Max said. Simone looked confused. Yes, what? Yes, I want to marry you, and I will if you will have me. I just do not know when. I do not know where. But yes. Simone, with tears in her eyes, got up off the bed. Be right back. Max sat there a little confused, and not sure what was going on. Soon Simone walked back in the room and grabbed Max's feet and pulled her to the edge of the bed, so she was sitting there, feet on the floor. She reached behind her back and produced two wing pops, both blue raspberry flavored. She opened one and got down on one knee. Max laughed because this moment was perfectly cheesy, dorky, romantic, and loving. Everything that Simone was to her. Simone began, "You're the moon of my life. That is all I know and all I need to know. And if this is a dream, I will kill the man who tries to wake me." Max was laughing so hard. It was difficult for Simone to strike the wing pop on her finger. She looked at Simone. "Game of Thrones? Really? You just called Ken Darko in your proposal? Is your Darko card going to come into our wedding?" Simone showed up at her and winked effectively. "Love, you are all the Darko I need." She said it with a silent D, so it sounded even worse. "Oh, God," Max exclaimed. "That is the worst thing you have ever said." Max stood up and gently sat Simone on the bed, moving back to her own reading of a song of ice and fire, and playing the soul with Simone. She recited the poor response to Simone. "Until the sun rises in the west and sets in the east, until the rivers run dry and the mountains blow in the wind like leaves, you're my sun and stars." Simone looked at her, tears in her eyes. "And you will forever be my Tersless." Mastered the wing pop on her finger in response. "I love you, Simone Wellway, and I always will be. Always will." Simone wiped the tears away and smiled. "I love you too." Then a jealous grin appeared across her face. Max recognized the grin. "What now?" Max asked, knowing the answer, and only she would liked it too. "Words are good, and speaking of love is awesome, but making love is so much better," Simone said as she half pulled Max into bed and on top of her. "You and your puns." Max mellowed as the FCC in the moment took over. Hi everyone. This is Emily 2000 again. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Because, I really did enjoy making it. But, so I hope you enjoyed it. Comment, like, and subscribe with the notifications on down below. Till next time, bye!